Alright, what's good, y'all? Today we're going to be doing a story time, right? And it's going to be about the time that I got into the dumbest car crash of all time, right? And this is my one and only car crash. And this actually involves a close friend of the channel, actually. He's been on my videos a couple times. He was in the most recent, the Jackbox video, if y'all seen that. So yeah. So this all goes back to about like a year ago or so. So this was like a year ago, probably like December. No, not probably. It was December. My bad. So this was December of last year, and I was what's it called? Sorry. Go out for lunch, right? And sorry, not lunch, but we all had an off period, and so we all wanted to go out and get some food, and then we would come back, right? So obviously, where would you go, right? When you're teenagers and when you're a high schooler. And you're all broke. And I think at that point, I don't think any of us had jobs besides summer jobs. So virtually we were all effectively like broke. So where else do you go? So my homie, so for the sake, I want to make this a little bit fun. So I'm not gonna say anyone's real name unless otherwise. So my boy John was the one who crashed the car, right? So my boy John trashed the car. Yo, what the fuck? I did not. Oh, flagrant. Okay, that's funny. That's crazy. But my boy John was driving. I was riding shotgun. My boy Jack was in the back. My boy T and my boy Dahmer. Right. So the reason, and don't worry about why I said Dahmer. He looked like Jeffrey Dahmer when he had longer hair, and he was like a white guy with glasses, blonde hair. Like he unironically looked like Jeffrey Dahmer. But besides the point. What's it called? So we all wanted to get some like McDonald's or come back. I think two of them just wanted to fucking leave the building, which is still honestly more than a good enough reason to tag along. I mean, let's be honest, all right? Especially if you can leave the building without getting in trouble for it in high school, just go for it, man. I ain't gonna. There is some other thing. I've done some other things in high school that I think will be said for another day. And I wonder if something I did back then, got the rest of the school in trouble. But that's for another day, right? And so obviously, and let me tell y'all something about John, right? And John, I love John, right? He's a great friend of mine. He's a longtime friend. He'll be a lifelong friend, right? But he's quite a unique individual. He's one of the smartest people I know, but he does some of the dumbest things of all time. All right, and if you've known him personally, he's a smart person, but does some of the dumbest shit for no reason. Right? Right? He kind of, I don't know how to explain this, but he's like smart as fuck, but the thing is, he makes some, but sometimes does shit like thinking he has a second chance, right? Now, he's not a bad driver by any means, but he can be quite stupid and will be a little bit playful more than what the fuck is necessary at the time, right? And if you ever been in a car with someone driving in with your friends or whatever, there's like stupid things your friends could do to piss you off or, make you think you're about to die, randomly accelerate to 100 miles an hour, shit like that, right? Do that stupid side to side shit, brake really hard, all sorts of, just petty shit, right? That your friend could do to piss you off, right? While you're driving to a spot, right? And so my boy did this a lot, right? My boy John, and he did this shit on one of the worst days either, right? Because this day it had snowed or it rained like the night before, and it was December, right? In Colorado, right? So obviously the roads are going to fucking freeze. And so the roads were icy, right? And I remember this, it was icy and there was snow all over. Now the snow was 30% gone, give or take, right? But there's still a decent amount of snow outside. It wasn't so bad where we got like a day off, but it was bad enough where you have to be mindful when driving around, right? Because one thing about Colorado snow is that if it does, it might snow a lot, but then it'll stick, but it'll melt really quickly, right? But sometimes if it does stick and it doesn't melt quickly, oh boy, you're gonna have that snow for a fucking while. So, but anyways, right? So my boy was driving, right? So we end up pulling out of the parking lot, and then my boy hits a quick, bust a left, and then bam. Now this nigga has to make like a curved right turn. So all this nigga has to do is just curve the turn and we'll be real normal. Just a bang, right, with the wheel. Nah, this son of a bitch is like, you know what? This nigga accelerates towards the turn, tries to drift that shit, and bam, we lose control, right? And if you've ever been in a car crash, this worst part of the crash is when you're losing control or you're about to hit, right? Everything up till the hit is the scariest shit, right? It's not the hit itself, right? It's everything but the hit, right? I mean, unless you end up like, if you're someone, maybe if it's like you hit and then you roll over, but everything until you fully stop, right? That's everything worse about the crash. But anyways, so my boy, as he loses control, like, what's it called? Like, he tries his best, but his best isn't enough, and we lose control, and we smack the shit out the curb, as I just said. Afterwards, the look on this nigga's face was the most dejected and depressed face I've ever seen this man ever have in my entire life, right? Because we were all nervously just laughing our asses off because we just committed the stupidest car crash of all in world's history, right? And I'm pretty sure like a month or two beforehand, like maybe in like October or September, another one of my homies had gotten into a car crash, but it was more of just like, you know, a minor ding, where it was raining and then he lost, and then I think he hydroplaned or something, and then bam, he lost control, hit, I think he smacks like a pole or something. I mean, he's straight, but, and I'm pretty sure another one, and then I'm pretty sure even before that, bro, like a female friend of mine, I'm gonna just call her Jane. She ended up, I think, she was coming home late one night from work, yo, and so a fucking deer got in the goddamn way. She swerved out the way and it ends up like losing control and it smacked the fuck out of a tree. I mean, luckily, she's straight now, but damn, she had a really nice car. Like, damn, it was unfortunate. Like, her man, like the new car she had did not compare, bro. I mean, to this, like that car was nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. But besides the point. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Surprisingly, we were all okay, right? Because it was such a low speed crash, it didn't do any real physical damage to anyone, right? Because he was going maybe 20 to 30 miles an hour. So we were lucky for the most part. We were mostly bailed out, right? And luckily, a friend was actually able to come pick us up like a little bit after the crash. And we still made it to McDonald's, except for the homie who crashed because he had to stay there and watch after the car and like get it towed and stuff. And like, I remember like after he crashed, bro, we were all just like, damn, bro. Like, we were all like freaking out because we didn't know what to do, right? Because like, we were all like low key freaking out, bro. But, luckily we did what we needed to do. And luckily, like everything, the car got towed and stuff. But unlucky for my boy John, that shit was totaled, bro. Because he had fucked up his entire front, like, left axle, and the cost to repair it would have been more to just, instead of just buying a new car, so the insurance company labeled it as totaled. So, I feel, and sadly enough, he ended up getting, like, some shitty beater car, and he ended up getting another shitty beater car, because the previous one had died on him. Yeah, it wasn't good for him, but I won't lie to you, shortly after, like, he crashed that car, like winter break was right around that corner. Yeah, he wasn't moving good. That was like the toughest time of his life, besides a different time where he broke his leg, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But the crazy part is that it was so weird coming into class next period and having to just tell the teacher why John wasn't in class. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, I can't, to this day, I'm low-key not remembered if I had told the teacher I was in the car as well. I just low-key don't remember. But it was so awkward being in class the entirety of that Wednesday, bro. Cause like, I just had to somehow act normal, like I wasn't in the car crash like hours beforehand, bro. Like, it was so weird being in band class that day, and I'm just playing my instrument, doing me, right? It's like the last period of the day. And I still think about it, right? Thought about, damn, I was really in a car crash like fucking like 5 hours ago. Like, Like, what the fuck? Sorry, not 5 hours ago. Way more than 5 hours. But it's like, it's so weird. It's like a surreal ass like moment that I've had. Like, while thinking about it. It just, like, it's stuck in my mind, low key. And even after, like, came home and stuff, and like, bro, it was such a weird experience. Like, it happening like that. Like, it was the most unique and weird experience in my entire life. And I honestly don't know, like, it wasn't an awful experience by any means, because it was more funny than it was traumatizing or anything crazy. I will say, like, at the end of the day, kids, remember to drive safe, and remember, don't try to hit a fucking turn while drifting, and especially if you're gonna drift, don't do it on fucking ice of all things. I can't lie, John low-key might kill me for this, low-key. He might kill me for posting this, but do I really give a fuck? High-key, no. But I will say, if you guys want more story times, just like let me know, because I have a lot of fun making these story times, because these are just the things that like happen in my life. I have like a good maybe 10-ish story times in me. Unless, you know, maybe if I, you know, become popular or something, you know, you know what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, guys. But anyways, you know what I'm saying, like, I could talk about some things, you know, your boys has had to deal with in his life. Man, there's a special story that I'm saving for a long time. Like, there's a specific goal I have in mind for when I want to tell it. I'm hoping I won't have to tell it on stream, and I will tell it in a YouTube video like years from now, ideally. But you never know, right? But if you like this video, just like, comment, subscribe, you know, share this video with a friend, and let me know if you want more story times. All right, I'll see y'all in the next time. All right, peace. I gotta get these fucking shooting badges on my fucking 7-footer. All right, so I'll see y'all another time.